This is the Hijacked Headspace Podcast, recording in Edmonton. Join us weekly for strain reviews and up-to-date marijuana news as we take the journey to legalization.
Here we go. Episode 166 of the Hijacked Headspace Podcast. My name is George.
And I am Ruben.
We're joined by our friend Shane. Thanks for coming on, man.
You betcha.
Welcome, Shane.
New
High school
location.
friend of mine.
High school?
Yeah.
Oh,
we know
shit.
this
Yep,
since
way
high
back,
school.
way back.
We're recording at Rube's tonight, and one thing at my place, we don't smoke inside the house, but here we can.
Right.
Which is exciting. We'll be able to smoke during the episode. Shane, you brought us Pink Kush.
Yeah, this is some CO2 extracted.
Right.
Cannabis
so it's
oil.
like a vape pen.
Yeah.
It looks fancy, man. Like this is a classy way to smoke.
I think so.
You know?
I feel classy when I
Yeah.
smoke like this.
And it's
Robot.
supposed to be. This is like 70% THC. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you betcha.
So the stuff we usually smoke or have been smoking at least has been like 20%. You know, when you're just smoking flower.
Yeah.
To go up to 70%, that seems like quite the jump.
It's gonna be
Probably
strong.
not want to do the 5-5-10 method on
Hey
this
man,
one.
I don't know. What else you got to do today? Watching UFC?
yeah.
Fair enough.
Are we getting into it? So this is an indica. Is that what this one is?
Exactly. 100% indica, this one.
Okay.
Yep.
And would this be your favorite?
It's
Of
my
the-
favorite tasting of the three.
Yeah. We also have Ruben's dog here too, which could be a little of a wild
Yeah,
card.
that's an
for sure.
exciting thing.
That's
Yeah.
Molly over there.
If we just pause the podcast, I'll see if I can move her to another spot and see if that helps. Or you guys can chat.
Well, yeah, Shane, let's get into it. Let's try it out. So these vape pens, they're from this website, Kea Clinics.
You betcha.
You said based out of Whistler too, eh?
Yeah. And Squamish too, I believe.
Oh, cool. And they have, seems like they have pretty much everything on this website here. You go to keaclinics.org, Kaya Clinics.
Yeah.
Is there a real challenge to order stuff on here, or they make it pretty simple for you?
Really simple, actually. Super simple. Yeah, I mean, you just basically do any sort of sign up like you would for any social media. If
Yeah.
you can handle that, you're in.
They have coconut massage oil.
They have everything.
Is this massage oil? I gotta look at it. It has THC in it or something?
Yeah.
Unscented coconut medicated massage oil.
There's also
Wow.
some stuff on there called Phoenix Tears. That's like 250 milligrams of CBD in there. It's like half and half CBD, THC.
Oh, wow.
So you put that in a couple drops in your coffee in the morning and start your day off perfect.
Cool. Well, let's get into how does this pen work? You just hit a button and
Just hit the
inhale it?
button. Lots of ones you have to warm it up. Not this one. You just hit it and hit her and rip.
Yeah.
So I'll just
Try
Give
it
us a
out.
demo.
Yeah, show us how this works. I remember before at Ruben's house, we were vaping in here, but not like
Yeah,
not
it was like
pot. It was like
cigarette vape or whatever
yeah,
the fuck.
or it's just
nicotine vape.
clouds of
It was,
smoke.
yeah, it was pretty smoky in here.
So you're still gonna get like a smoke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's nowhere near
Oh yeah.
the thickness and the.
It doesn't even smell like real powerful, really, eh?
Well,
But just get a taste of it before you blow out too, because you can really catch the hints in there.
Yeah.
Right. So how we still have the same rating card, Rubes, like appearance and aroma and
So
stuff.
the appearance, very industrial, I would say. It's a stainless steel canister.
Right.
And there's a button on it. You can see the color of the oil inside that little window.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So the oil is like a brown.
Yeah, and actually you can see differences with the different strains.
Oh, it tastes good.
There's different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah, it's
smooth,
it's
man.
delicious,
I
right?
like the stainless steel. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
4 to 5 for appearance. Shane, out of 5, what would you rate this appearance-wise? Before we were just kind of rating buds, kind of like flowers and colors.
I mean, I'm pretty crunk over this thing right now, so I love the way it looks.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too, man. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna give it a 4 also. Shane, what do you think? 5?
Oh yeah, I would give it. I mean, yeah, I guess a 5.
It's sleek.
It's real
You
sleek.
can take it with you anywhere.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't like those ones that are really big. Like they look
Oh.
like you're holding like an old Sony Walkman in your hand.
For
and
sure.
Sucking off
Right.
of it, and you're like, fuck, this looks silly.
We'll have pictures. You can see of this at our website, hijackedheadspace.com. But like, it's 6 inches long, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could put it in your pocket, take it anywhere with you.
for sure. Yeah. Those vape rigs, they build those things. Hey, I've got a buddy that's crazy into that vape and stuff.
Is there like how long does that last? Like, because it's just a capsule you screw into the battery.
I've had it for 3 days.
Okay.
I've probably hit it 30 times.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Seems
long
like
it's
there's
going to
lots in
last.
there
I'll
still.
tell you when it's
You
gone.
can charge it, can't you? Or you
Yeah,
can't charge it?
each one comes with a little charger inside there if you...
Right. And so you haven't charged it in 3 days?
Oh no, I've charged it every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, it'll last the day.
Aroma wise,
Smells nicer than. Well, it depends on.
yeah, it depends what you're looking for.
Yeah.
For me, like if I'm just basing aroma, because when I think of pot, I'm like, oh yeah, that smells like real good pot.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, I don't know.
Doesn't smell like real good pot.
You're not going to get a
agree.
pot
Right.
smell.
But also, that's a benefit sometimes.
True.
Like when my girlfriend gets home, who hates the smell of weed,
Right.
she'll be none the wiser. She also hates podcasts, so she will never know that we've been smoking in here.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
I'm gonna go 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really go 2. I'd say 2 also.
Okay. Not an insult to it, but just a.
It's not an aroma thing.
Right. Exactly. Flavor, man. It's smooth. It's tasty.
Yeah.
So we're
You ready to make a flavor call right now, George? Live on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a 4 in flavor.
4. I'm gonna go 4.5.
Okay. All right.
this one's my favorite of these oils that I've tasted. I'm going to say for sure 4.5 too.
Okay. 4, 4.5, 4.5, and strength and effect. Well,
That's 3 blasts each. So
rate that. Yeah.
do you guys want to give it a minute and see what do you think?
Yeah. We got some games to play.
Yeah, I definitely want to give it a minute.
Rubes has even brought some prizes today, which
Yeah,
is a
we
whole
got-
new thing to the podcast.
Oh, neat.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about quick, I think we should do it. We can do it right now even. There's a study coming out, I have it saved up here, at the Grant McEwen. And so they're looking for people to test. And they're trying to figure out how long you need to abstain from weed before getting behind the wheel. And so they're looking for people to get involved and to test. And I applied and was accepted. So
exciting.
yeah, I'm
That's
super
awesome.
excited. So this week, actually, I'm going in on Friday.
And how long are you there for?
It wasn't super clear. I go in at 1 o'clock, and it sounds like it'll be a 3-4 hour sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the next day.
Right. Yeah. It's not an overnight sleepover sort of thing.
Yeah.
It should be fun though. And the guy I was talking to, he's pretty interested in the podcast. We're gonna try to get him on as an interview.
Cool.
To see how the study goes, and like it'd be nice to see because right now they're just trying to figure out really what if they can make some kind of sobriety test or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you feel they're looking for heavy pot users, but the questions he asked me were like, have you smoked more than 50 times in the past year? So
Oh my God.
I smoked 50 times this year.
Yeah.
So if you are interested though and would like to do this, there's a phone number you can call. So write this down. The number is 780-342-5294. 780-342-5294. Tell them you heard it because they'll ask you where you heard it from. Tell them you heard it from the podcast.
Hijack Headspace.
Yeah.
You know what's a cool thing about podcasting is they can like pause the podcast right now and then go find a pen, go get some paper, write
Right.
it down, or pause the podcast and just program the number into their phone, which they're probably listening to the podcast on.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a cool thing about podcasting versus like live entertainment where you don't want to stop to miss part of what you're watching. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I just had an idea too, Rubes, while we're doing this.
Perfect.
Should we be rating like this thing, like pens and stuff too? Would that be something we throw into the rating? Or is that getting too complicated now?
It's too much, George. Yeah. You've gone too far.
We'll have a binder of
Wait,
stuff to
You
check out.
floated too close to the sun. On
Just toe dipping
wings
here.
Of wax.
I'm just saying these pens are sweet. They're called Zen tanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check these out. Look them up online because they're pretty cool.
I'll give him a 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, as far as ease of use and not looking heat bag, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I have a regular life, so I can't really walk around
Right, yeah.
smoking all the time. So,
One thing we got to talk about too, Shane, is you brought us in some homegrown stuff
I sure did.
that was grown right here in Edmonton.
You betcha.
What's the method for growing? Is it like a full grow room you got set up, or is it hydro? Or
I know it's done in what's called a grow tent.
I've
So it's
seen those online. Yeah.
it's basically 4x4 with a 600-watt light.
Yeah. Man, this weed looks great too.
Yeah, no, I mean,
We got Blue Dream, Blueberry, and some Grape Snow Train.
I've been going to the same guy for years.
Pass our compliments along to the
It looks
chef.
amazing. I
Absolutely.
can't wait to try
Will
this
do.
on.
Yeah.
We should do this on the podcast, Rubes.
Absolutely.
This Blue Dream is supposed to be like this was the stuff we're gonna smoke with Jamie because he gets a little
yeah.
paranoid when he's smoking. This apparently is like really good stuff for that.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
thanks,
that's
Shane.
awesome.
Thanks for bringing that in.
You betcha. You
Happy to
betcha.
have gifts on the podcast. Hopefully, we can bestow a gift upon you. So how it's going to work with our game? We play games on the podcast regularly, and
Yep, I love it.
Game show. We have prizes, and this time we've got 2 bags here, and one bag has a really cool, awesome prize in it. And then the other bag, maybe not so awesome of a prize.
Okay.
So if you beat the host,
Right.
the guests will always be competing with one of the hosts of the show. And if you manage to beat the host, then you get a choice of which bag you want. If you choose the good bag, you get an awesome prize. If you choose the shit bag, then George kicks you in the balls.
Rubes, I know we didn't bring this up before, but I feel like I should have a chance to win one of the bags.
No, George cannot win the bags.
So if Shane doesn't win, then
if
the
Shane
bags
doesn't win, it carries over to the next guest on the next.
I know,
show.
but I know what's in those bags. Like I could use some of those things. Which game do you want to play? Do you want to do you against Shane? I got a new game here.
Sure, let's go try a new game, brand new game for the podcast.
Brand new game.
Sweet.
I don't have a really good name for it. It's more like who said it. But I'll give you a quote, and then three choices, and you tell me who said it. You'll figure it out after the first one here. First one. All right. They said.
Now, is it me answering this question? And
No, I think you and Shane can both
answer?
guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
go first on this one. You can go first on the next one.
Okay.
Just go back and forth.
Sure.
You betcha.
When you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who said
deep.
that? Was it Willie Nelson, Bob Marley, or Snoop Dogg?
I'm gonna go Marley on this one.
Okay.
Marley was a deep thinker. I can imagine hearing that with a Jamaican accent.
When you smoke the herb, it reveals you
When you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself, man.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Marley, on that one
You're
for
going
sure.
Marley too?
Wow.
We have to do a different answer.
You
Sorry.
feel like you swayed him with it. No, you don't have to do a different answer, Shane. You're locked in on that one.
I sold
Okay.
it.
You
Yeah.
sold it to Shane, though. You guys are both right. It was Bob Marley, actually, that said that.
I shouldn't have sold it.
Yeah. All right, next quote. Of course I know how to roll a joint. Who said that? Was it Martha Stewart, Betty White, or Celine Dion?
Oh, I got Betty White.
Okay.
Ooh, I was thinking Betty White also. What if
Really?
we both have the same answers all the way through? Yeah, Betty White I think is the least likely. Maybe Martha Stewart is slightly less likely than Betty White.
Or Celine Dion is even less likely?
She speaks French. She would be like, "La joint, of course, so let's smoke it."
Yeah, that's not her language at all.
So yeah, I think Betty White too.
It was Martha Stewart.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I went
Both
Martha
wrong on that one. Okay. This one might be an easy one too. Purple Haze All in My Brain. Was that 50 Cent, Stevie Wonder, or Jimi Hendrix?
Okay. Stevie Wonder talked all the time about Purple Haze and being all up in his brain. I'm going Jimmy, but you should definitely. Stevie Wonder was awesome. And yeah, so my answer is Jimi Hendrix.
Wow, going against your instinct to go with
I got
Jimi
50
Hendrix.
all day on that one.
It was Jimi Hendrix,
Oh.
actually. Yes. Rubes gets a point. So, Rubes, maybe what we should do is if Shane doesn't win, then we just smash all the gifts in front of him.
That would be fun. And then pour it out to try and guess what it was.
Light it on fire.
Yeah.
Throw it in the furnace.
Okay, how about this one? Marijuana was a pharmaceutical of choice, or the pharmaceutical of choice. Marijuana was the pharmaceutical of choice. Was that Richard Branson, Bill Gates, or Steve Jobs? Marijuana was the pharmaceutical of choice, and I guess Shane's going first on this one.
I got Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Ooh. I like Steve Jobs as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta go Steve Jobs.
Okay, well, both wrong. Bill Gates, actually.
Bill Gates.
Steve Jobs,
He
known...
did acid, and I think before, and talked about it. I think mushrooms as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that he said that kind of opened up his, I don't know, just saw the world a little different.
I sure wish I was a guy that knew quotes.
Yeah. So far, Ruben's got one. Shane has got 0. 2 left.
Okay.
Let's go with this one. I think that marijuana should not only be legal, I think it should be a cottage industry. Was that Stephen Colbert, Stephen King, or Steven Tyler? I think marijuana should not only be legal, I think it should be a cottage industry. We got Rubes going first here.
So Stephen Colbert,
Stephen King or Steven Tyler?
Stephen King always writes about cottages up in the Northeast. So I'm going to go Stephen King on that.
I feel like that's not one of your tricks. But
I'm going Stephen King. I'm
okay.
going with my cottage guess. He writes about cottages.
I'd like to guess Stephen King too.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's Steven Tyler this time.
Okay.
Stephen King was hit by a car by a really stoned guy in
Yeah.
like 1999. I don't know if you've read his book on writing. It's a great read.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
Haven't read
So
it.
you think he's against pot because of that?
I don't know if he's
maybe?
against, but I don't know if he'd be going out there and advocating necessarily.
Okay.
So yeah, I got Steven Tyler.
Solid point.
It was Stephen King.
It was Stephen King. All right. Cottages.
So Shane has no way of winning now.
Mathematically eliminated from this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will not get a choice at one of the bags.
Fair enough.
However, we do have some more games coming up later, so we'll carry the bag prize over to the next game.
Oh,
Sounds
wow.
great.
Carryover game. Sweet. Okay.
Let's go back to the rating and talk about effects right now.
Okay, sure.
We're, 10...
Yeah, it's like
15
10 minutes.
Right.
Hour into it, I have no idea. how
Strength
it
and
works.
effect. So you're kind of comparing this to what your last...
To how high I was on the 5.5/10 with the smoking marijuana. I would say I'm not quite as high as the last time we did it with Jared.
So that would have been... what was that when we smoked a hybrid too? There was a little stronger indica.
I'm going to give it 3.5.
3.5 for strength?
Yeah, for strength. Because there was also 3 hoots, not 5 hoots.
Right.
Yeah.
Potential of 5 hoots that I would be exponentially higher. I don't know if it works exponentially, but I definitely would be higher than I am now. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Shane, what do you...
Yeah, I'd say 3.5.
Okay.
I'm not phased that easily, but
Yeah, we should talk about that, Shane, actually. That's one thing we didn't really get into on this episode yet, which would be a good transition. I'm going to give it 3.5 also, just to keep the
3.5
line.
is all right.
Yeah. Let's take another hit off it then.
yeah, we should go. I'd go right to 5. I mean,
Let's do...
Oh, shit!
lately I've been walking around smoking this stupid thing all the time because it tastes good, and then suddenly it's like, oh,
Fair enough.
yeah.
So Shane, one thing we've been asking guests on the show is like, how much pot do you smoke a day? What is your habits? We've had, so I guess Jared was on the most recent one, and he smokes nightly or daily,
Yeah,
but
usually
not
at night.
not a large amount, you know.
So nightly for sure.
Yeah.
Basically all night. I mean, I smoke probably 2 or 3 in a night,
And
something like that.
7 days a week usually?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
always.
Always?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
That's pretty regular.
That is that's
No.
you're stoner now.
That's the most...
Straight up regular.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
How is legalization gonna, like, what's it doing for you, do you think?
It's gonna be cool, but it ain't gonna change anything for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I have 0 issues
I know.
attaining.
That's what you were
weed.
saying to me, like, man, the way you can get stuff online now, like, it's legal.
It
Yeah.
does, it basically acts like it is.
When I was in Victoria, I walked into a shop called Trees that actually was shut down 3 months after I was there. But I was able to look at a wall of jars and pick
Yeah.
from different prices, and it was. She was behind a plate glass window, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for safety.
yeah,
Stoners
but it was.
known for their gun violence.
I can't wait for that.
It was great.
Yeah.
I felt a little afraid the whole time, but it was really cool.
I think it's pretty sweet, and to get like these cool gadgets now, like this is fancy. This is like a cool piece of technology to have with you.
Yeah, totally.
Just to have different options smoking. Do you remember the first time you smoked?
The first time I smoked, I was probably 14. It was grade 10 Ross Shepherd. So to be fair, the first probably 10 times I smoked, I was just being cool with my friends. I did not get high. The first time I got high, I bought a 5 chunk, which maybe some people
third of a
aren't
gram.
going to know what that is, but
5 chunk.
Enough
that's
to
what
roll
dudes
one-
bought in grade
one
10.
joint. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I picked a couple of people to bring out behind the dumpster behind what was that buffet place called? Footy Goody? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to always smoke behind there at the dumpster. But
Food court,
that would
Westmount Mall.
Yep. That's where we would. That would be my first time for sure.
Where did you
getting
get your
high.
weed from?
That day, her name was Chauffé. She supplied a lot of the people back then.
Naming names.
I won't go last name, but that's because I don't know it. But
I know it.
So she was like a dealer for the high school?
for everybody for so
A lot
long.
of people, yeah.
Really? eh?
Yeah.
I bought definitely some from her.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think she's still dealing?
I doubt it.
I really don't think so. No.
But,
She's moved on to bigger and
I'll
better
ask her
things?
next time I talk to her.
Do you talk to her?
I have. I don't know what the most recent would be. Within the last 5 years, I would say.
Like you
Okay,
just text her to ask her if she's getting weed. Yeah, and some weed in
I
it.
think I got her on Facebook, but
Yeah. It was on my Facebook. That's the last place I would have talked to her.
anyways, narrowing it down.
Well, Rubes, let's try your game now. This one that you,
Last time
yeah.
I didn't factor into so I have to read to run this game, and I didn't factor in that I was going to be high and trying to read off my phone, and I ended up touching the buttons on my phone and accidentally getting out of the program. And then I also had a crash. I think one time just legitimately.
Yeah.
Because phones crash sometimes. And I was trying to read it off the website and scrolling through the website. And as I was scrolling, I'm hitting the different buttons on the website and opening up new windows and shit. And it's just hard to read when you're high. And I also had one.
You are high now, though.
I am high now, but I feel like I'm going to have a better time reading because I'm going to be reading off my laptop.
Right.
And I'm definitely.
Well,
just
prove
as
it, bro.
high now as I was then.
Yeah.
All right, this game is called Spot the Bag of Oregano.
Game time. Let's go. Let's play Spot the Bag of Oregano with Ruben.
And so I'm going to read to you 3 short news stories, and you're going to have to pick one that you think is incorrect or false. And
Okay.
George will guess one, Shane will guess one.
Okay.
And whoever gets it, if you both lose.
I like that you switched to short news stories today, so that's good.
Yeah, these are just a couple sentences.
Okay.
So, first story. Police shouldn't stop and search people just because they smell cannabis, says report. Police officers have been urged by officials not to search people for drugs just because they can smell cannabis. A report by HM Inspectorate of Constabulary, HMI CFRS, found that practice did not increase the likelihood of conviction and should not be grounds for stopping a suspect in and of itself. Although there have been no law changes as of yet, the report makes clear that officers conducting stop and searches should consider a suspect's behavior ahead of anything they can smell.
It sounds true. I don't know.
The first one.
Seems like a lot for you to make up.
Republican politician Steve Alford claims black people's character makeup and genetics make them more susceptible to marijuana.
Oh, man.
Steve Alford apologized for comments made during a town hall meeting, but defied calls for him to step down completely from the Kansas House of Representatives. His remarks came during a public meeting in Garden City as he made a case against the state following its neighbor Colorado in legalizing marijuana.
Huh. Could be true. Seems like
Could
a
be,
good
yeah.
one. Yeah.
It all could be true.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Not one of them's false. I agree with that one. I said that they're all true.
So these are all true this week?
You'll see after you make your guess.
You're all wrong.
You're just honey dicking us, Rubes.
The third story. Author of A Stoner's Guide to Adventure, quote unquote, arrested after calling 911 high. Little Miss Muffet has nothing on a Florida man who called 911 to report his wife had become a black widow spider.
Wow.
William Rutger, 61, of Tarpon Springs, called for emergency help around 1:30 a.m. Tuesday, saying he wanted his arachnid wife to be involuntarily given a mental examination, according to the Smoking Gun.
Oh, that one's tough.
That is a tough one because there's just crazy people for sure think their wives are spiders.
So, 3 stories.
Yeah. First one sounded like, what else is it going to be?
Well, or did I try to make the first one sound the most believable?
I know, yeah.
Because last time it was more obvious, I felt. And I was like, and then I was like, oh, I should have made that super, because the first one I read last time was really believable. I was like, I should have made that one the incorrect one.
Right. Well, the other one was like Jesus smoked weed or whatever.
Which he did.
Yeah. That was the true story. Yeah.
So we got police shouldn't stop people because they can smell cannabis.
Yeah.
Republican. Then they call Republicans that. The Republican politician Steve Alford claims black people's character and makeup genetics make them more susceptible to marijuana.
Yeah.
Or author of A Stoner's Guide to Adventure arrested while calling 911 high. Or after calling 911 high.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the second one's the oregano.
Okay.
Republican Steve Alford.
How about the black people?
Do you know Steve Alford?
Yeah. Pretty good guy. Pretty solid.
Yeah, you're a fan.
He is black also. So. I'm going to go with the third one.
You're going to go with the third one?
Yeah.
And George wins this round.
Yes.
It was the third one. The actual headline that I took that from was author of An Alcoholic's Guide to Adventure, arrested after calling 911 drunk.
Wow.
The rest of the story is true and written just as...
That's even weirder than I thought.
Yeah. He did call 911. He's like, my wife's a black widow spider. Come give her a mental examination. And
He got drunk and did that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Booze has never come on me like that.
No.
It sounded more like I thought like it's something you would do if you were high and not drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing we were talking about on the last episode we were going to do, Shane, is talk about just ways that you say you're going to get high.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the list then? Yeah. What was yours?
Blaze. I think
Blaze. Yeah, we're going to go Blaze.
Jared said bun.
Bun. Want a bun.
Oh, it's an old school one.
Say.
That's I remember that one. I don't say that one though.
Jared said another one was sunglasses.
No, I said sunglasses.
Oh, sunglasses. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about weed in front of our parents, and we didn't want them to know. But
Yeah.
hey, man, did you bring those sunglasses with
Yeah.
you?
How much are the
Sunglasses
sunglasses?
like a place to go.
That's a good one. I like that.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I know when I'm smoking in the garage, I always say, let's go inspect the garage floor. I learned that from Rob, who was a previous podcast episode. That was a good one.
You know,
Just go and inspect the floor.
I wish I had a better answer. I just say I'm going out to smoke.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Going out to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Basic message.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke some marijuana outside.
It is fun to listen to the young kids.
Oh, yeah,
talk
trying to be
about
sneaky
smoking
about
weed.
it?
No, they're not even sneaky though. They're different. They've got all kinds of words.
Oh.
I mean, we're going to rip on this.
Yeah.
This one guy I work with who actually
Let me know.
told me about this stuff.
Yeah.
He has all kinds of words. Blaze is a big one, but
Yeah.
what's another one he says where if I just sound like an idiot he says word to me. If I say word to someone, oh man,
Word.
my cheeks turn red even thinking about saying the word to someone. It's weak. But he throws it right off, and it's
Word.
These young guys. I like listening to the way they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
Comment on the episode and let us know what you guys use for.
Another question that
words.
we want to ask our guests that we just kind of decided before the last episode was, do you have any stories about getting busted smoking weed as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe getting busted by your parents or getting busted anywhere. Give us your thoughts there, Shane.
Well, let me talk to you about West Edmonton Mall.
Okay.
Don't ever fuck with security.
I know it well.
I have never not been busted trying to smoke weed on that property.
Is that right?
Seriously.
Wow.
There was one time I went in, I bought a pipe, and I think it was me and an old friend, Ian, went to a movie. We went out down in the under parkade spot. It was like a secluded spot. We thought we were good.
Yeah.
Just sparked it up. There's 2 security guards up there. There's cameras all over every inch of that place.
That's true. The
But-
parking lots are all fully camera.
I'm lazy enough to still try, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not walking off the property. What are you
now
talking
with
about?
the vape pens, probably not.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It's a totally different
Yeah.
thing. Nobody's looking that hard for it anymore either.
Yeah, that's true.
When I was a kid, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal anymore.
More of a big deal when we were young.
When I go to
Yeah.
the mall, we just light up a joint in the parking lot. It's
Yeah.
been fine.
You're gonna say food court there.
Yeah. Just go inside the food court.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have, that's one thing I'm curious if it's going to happen, but I'm sure it will, like bars where you can just go and smoke in.
I sure
Cafes,
hope so.
More likely than bars. I bet you there'll be rules against like serving alcohol and.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You're bummed.
That's actually, it's kind of a good rule.
I don't know, man. Like if I
That's
would,
really caused me some issues in my history anyway. I'm not a big drinker though. So
yeah.
that's
I'm a big drinker though.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like, man, if I could go to a patio where you could just smoke and have a couple beers on,
Yeah.
it'd be so sweet.
I think for most people that's probably too much. So like if they went and smoked and had a couple beers, they're gonna be like throwing up in the bedroom.
It's possible, but I don't know, man.
That's my typical happening.
I think that would be a sweet time. So if someone knows a place like that, let me know, because I'll be there. Oh, that was a question we were going to start asking now too. Is who would you like to smoke with, living or dead? Was anyone that you would want to smoke a joint with? Yeah.
Well, man, there's a lot of cool people I'd love to smoke with.
Yeah.
For sure, I'd love to smoke with Snoop.
Snoop would be sweet.
Right
That'd
away.
be a good time.
I
Yeah.
want to smoke whatever Snoop's smoking.
Yeah.
For sure.
We watched that new Tupac movie last night.
Okay.
They got it on Netflix now. Snoop's all over that movie.
That's on
man.
Netflix?
Yeah.
No shit.
It's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like in one of the recent or just released ones.
Tupac was my favorite rapper when I was young.
If you like Tupac music, man, they play like his version of the songs, which is crazy. Like you'll see like a music video and stuff. And
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Awesome.
cool movie.
On that note, Who's your favorite rapper now?
Good question. I really like Sage Francis. He's some kind of an indie. He talks a lot of like really political shit. And,
Okay. Yep.
Just really clever with how he puts his words together and the imagery that he uses to describe things.
Yeah.
Huge Sage Francis fan. So he's probably my favorite right now.
You would smoke pot with him?
I also like Ed Robertson from Bare Naked Ladies. So flip or flop there.
Shout out to the Bare Naked Ladies.
What about you, Shane? You
Yeah.
listen to hip hop still now or no?
Oh yeah. My tastes have definitely broadened, but a lot of the newer rap doesn't really do it for me. You can still hear Tupac coming from my stereo once in a while.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, that would be sweet to smoke with Snoop or like a famous rapper. I'd be down for that. And it seems like all like the big rappers are always just showing off. Like, is Lil Wayne a big time smoker? I don't want to call
like
him out or something.
They have to be or something.
I was going over today with the wife trying to figure out who I would want to smoke with. I said at first probably Jim Morrison, and then I switched it out. Well, I would still like to smoke with Jim Morrison.
Oh, for sure.
But Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, good
like,
pick.
Man, he'd be sweet to like have a joint with, you know, like.
But he'd be like, you couldn't just have a joint with him. You have to have like a joint and then like a bunch of acid and then some whiskey.
A little mescaline in there. Yeah.
Cigarettes and then acid and then.
Well, that's kind of the point. Yeah.
Pharmaceuticals. And,
That's why I want to smoke with him.
yeah, that's fair enough. Get inside that briefcase.
I read a lot of his books there, and I was just finishing up a book about him. What it's called? Just like it's Hunter S. Thompson based on, but really cool life he had. So I would enjoy smoking with him.
That's a good pick.
You got someone in mind, Rubes?
I don't know, maybe like Tenacious D. That'd be fun. Jack Black and Kyle Gass.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Do some smoking and then also do some jamming. I'd love to jam with those guys.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be a great time.
yeah, that's probably my pick right now.
Honorable mentions to Seth Rogen and James Franco. That would be a lot of fun
hey,
too.
those are like the new smokers out now,
Yeah.
right? Like the new, that's a good point too. Let's do another game, Rubes. I have one lined up here.
One more chance for Shane to
Yeah,
win.
I want Shane to
an
win something here.
To pick a bag.
Aren't I down like a bunch
You're
already?
down
Well,
2 games. Or was it 3 games? You're down however many games we played. You're down that many.
Just down.
But this could all change now. So we'll go, this is Junior Trivial Pursuit. And we'll go first question, Shane, and then Rubes, and then Shane, and then Rubes sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we'll do first to 5 right.
Okay.
Some questions, pretty easy, but some of these are actually getting pretty tough now. So Shane, here's one for you. What language was used to name the constellations? So you have 3 choices. There's Latin, Greek, or English.
Greek.
To name the constellations, you are going Greek is Latin.
Latin.
You sounded so confident with Greek too.
I didn't
new
feel
of a
confident.
language,
I actually felt the wrongness as it came out of my mouth.
You needed a much older language.
Yeah. All right. So Rubes, your chance to take the lead right now.
Here we go.
This is a tough question. I saw this one today. I was like,
know
oh
you're
man.
Gonna try to give me all the toughest questions.
Right. Yeah. Well, I hope you lose, to be honest, if
Yeah.
Shane wins. How many players were on each team the day basketball was invented?
Okay.
5, 6, or 9? Do you know basketball was invented in Canada too?
Yeah, there's that part of our heritage clip that would come on CBC every once in a while.
It was an apple bin or something, right? A wooden.
Yeah, they cut the bottom out of it. It was a coach at a school that was like, I forget exactly, or it might have even been a janitor.
Right. Yeah, I do remember seeing that video.
I miss those commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were informative.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think back to that to see how many. I want to say there was a center and then 5.
5.
A center and then like
It's 9 actually.
9.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They
9
probably
on
realized
the
like
court?
that's what it says. How many players were on each team the day basketball was invented?
wonder if
So
that's
maybe
the
there was
team
only
and then
5
they're
on the court.
rotating.
Possible. Yeah. Either way, you're wrong on that one.
9 people on the court seems like that would be way too much traffic.
Let's do with this one, Shane. Which of these brands of jeans came on the market last? So the newest brand, right?
I got this one.
So, you know your jeans?
I think I do.
Okay. So there's Wrangler, Lee, or Levi.
Oh God, that's way harder than I thought. Last on the scene. Let's. I bet it's Lee.
Lee. Why are you basing that on?
I feel like Wrangler's older than Lee,
Levi's
and I
like
think
18
Levi's is like what invented
1850.
jeans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
It's Wrangler.
Oh, damn.
Another one wrong. We might have to do first to three in this
So many
game.
wrongs today. Yeah.
All right, Rubes. How many holes? Oh, this might be. I don't know about this one. How many holes are in the bottom of a Twinkie?
Holy.
Bottom of a Twinkie.
Wow.
2, 3. There aren't any. How many holes are in the bottom of a Twinkie? What's your
It's
Twinkie
like a
knowledge?
pastry with like some kind of cream filling.
Yeah, and possibly some holes.
I can't imagine any holes. I'm going none. There's no holes in the bottom. It's like a solid piece of pastry that goes all the way across the bottom.
3.
3? Come on now.
How's it not going to come out all over you while you're trying to eat it?
There's no holes in it. Is that the answer?
It says there's 3 holes. How many holes are in the bottom of a Twinkie?
I can't believe I got that wrong.
There's 3 holes in the bottom of a Twinkie.
I don't know if I've ever had a Twinkie.
Yeah,
but-
Twinkies are terrible, by the way.
Wow. Okay.
In my opinion.
We are switching this game to first to 3 because I'm running out of good questions here.
Might just be next one wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to be. Oh, geez. Okay. What player's jersey number? This is for Shane. What player's jersey number in pro football is usually 1 to 19?
Oh, my God.
A linebacker, a guard, or a quarterback?
This is 100% a guess. Quarterback.
Quarterback. It is a quarterback. Yeah.
Nice. I hate football.
The football guys like, what? We knew that. Yeah, I didn't know that one either.
I was
Actually.
sure it was quarterback because I was thinking of like you see single digit numbers on.
Right.
That's the only reason I thought, number one, cool,
Yeah.
quarterback's kind of the leader.
I always see single digit.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right, Rubes. This one seems really complicated. How many peanuts on average go into a 12-ounce jar of peanut butter?
Holy.
Okay. 214,
Yeah.
548, 722. It's a pretty big range.
People know this. Like they expect the
That's an
kids-
exact
this
number.
is like kids that are supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go middle.
214, 548.
Yeah.
That's safe.
Middle of
It
the
is
road.
548. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, you guys are tied up.
By the way, I could smash one more peanut butter in there. Nobody would know.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Okay, how about this one? What is the only country besides the U.S. where alligators can be found? Kenya, China, or Brazil? And that's for Shane.
Oh, man.
Alligators are found. I didn't know they were only found in 2
Can I
countries.
steal?
You know the answer to this
I
one?
feel like I could get the answer if Shane doesn't. But go ahead, Shane.
Oh, man. Shit, I'm going to say Kenya.
Okay. Rubes, what would you have said?
I would have said also Kenya. I think
Okay.
you should go with Kenya.
China.
China?
Oh, man, I had a feeling
There's
about China.
crocodiles in Kenya?
I don't know. I thought there was. I thought alligators were everywhere. I thought
I thought so.
Just the states. I thought there'd be some in Mexico or
So
something.
I guess it's
and
crocodiles that are everywhere.
maybe
Crocodiles are everywhere.
that's what must be it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, for Rubes. How many U.S. presidents have the last names that end with son? 3, 5, or 8?
Let me just think of all of them in my head right now.
Yeah,
I do know
U.S.
all-
presidents that end with son. I think there was 44 presidents, if that helps you out.
I guess the 53, George.
So 3, 5, or 8? Do you think people actually know the answer to this question?
No.
I don't know I don't think Americans would know that
No.
answer. That's a
I don't
tough
know.
one.
I'll go with 5. Middle of the
Middle one again.
middle one again.
Served you well before, not this time. Actually, 8 is the answer. Yeah.
All right.
So next time you get asked a question, you'll know. All right, Shane and Rube still tied 1-1. Why is a bobcat called a bobcat? It bobs its head a lot. It has a bobtail. It moves as fast as a bobsled.
That's a tough one, but I think it's because of the tail.
It has a bobtail. Yeah, nice one.
That was an easy one.
That one was easy?
I don't know.
I don't know. It bobs its head a lot.
No.
I don't think he does, actually. I think he keeps it in a line.
Cats like.
Those
All
things
right.
scare the shit out of me, by the way, too.
What were Cinderella's shoes made out of in the original tale? That's for Rubes. Velvet,
Glass.
fur, or diamonds?
Diamonds.
Oh, in the original
In
tale.
the original tale. What were Cinderella's shoes made out of in the original? Velvet, fur, or diamonds?
It was glass in the remake, I guess, presumably the Disney one. It's not fur. I can't imagine the princess with fur slippers.
Okay.
Could be velvet.
Yeah.
Could be
Diamonds.
diamonds.
Pure diamond slipper.
Yeah, because they went to glass.
That's dangerous.
Glass is more similar to a diamond than it is to
Yeah.
velvet.
I feel like if I found a diamond slipper, though, I wouldn't be trying to return it to someone. I'm cashing this in, man.
I'm going to go pure velvet.
Wow, okay. Fur is the answer.
That's the answer?
I'm going to have to show you all these cards after, so you know I'm not making up answers. But yeah, it says fur is the answer.
Disney took a lot of liberties with that one, huh?
Totally.
Jeez.
That's the only one that I was sure wasn't the answer.
All right. Yeah, I know. As soon as you said that, I'm like, all right, this is good news for Shane, man. Okay. Which month is National Cookie Month? So this is for Shane. January, October, or December? National Cookie Month. I didn't know they had a full month dedicated to cookies.
Yeah, I have an idea on this one.
I mean, December, but just because of Santa.
Right.
That's
Okay.
my only reason for that guess.
It's October.
Okay.
It's October?
That's my
Yeah.
birth month. I should know this.
I would have gone December too, because
Yeah.
Christmas cookies that
Yeah.
you're doing baking.
Yeah.
Wow, Rubes. Okay, let's do this one. What is each Chinese year named after? Oh, it's too easy. Flower, animal, or food?
I know it. It's
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah, it is an animal. Yeah. I thought being Chinese was gonna be a tough one. Like, oh shit, that was an easy one.
All right.
Okay, Shane, a chance to win. Did Shane go first though? So do you still have a chance to tie up, or
I'm ahead now.
no? We're 2-2 right now.
Oh, we're 2-2 right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we?
Shit, I don't
Okay.
know the scores.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay. Chance to win then, yeah.
chance to win. All right, Shane.
This is heavy.
Yeah. What's the minimum height required to ride Disney World Splash Mountain? 40 inches, 52 inches, 60 inches. Minimum height to ride Splash Mountain.
Well,
Splash Mountain.
40 inches is really short. That's like
Right. It sounds like a fun ride though.
I'd say 52.
52 inches is what?
Just
Yeah.
over 4 feet and 4 inches.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty tall though.
Pretty tall.
That is
You're
pretty
keeping
tall.
kids off. They're not
Yeah.
keeping-
Okay.
But I don't know. I go 40.
Well, Shane's answer.
I've already answered.
You're going 52?
In the sake
You're
of
going
fairness, I said 52. Yep.
Final answer?
Yep.
It is 40.
Oh, 40 seems so short.
I was trying to talk you into winning that one, Shane.
40 was the answer. Steal.
How short is that?
For the steal.
I feel like you're sticking a toddler on Splash Mountain at 40
You know what?
inches.
Put him shorter than that. I think that's like a 5-year-old.
Okay. Yeah.
Who are the English roses in a book by Madonna? Are they princesses, gardeners, little girls?
Little girls.
It is little girls. Yeah.
I've read every Madonna book.
Rubes wins that one.
Mostly the picture one when she shows her boobies.
Nice.
I have.
That was a good book.
Yeah. I haven't read any of the other ones, but yeah, that was mostly a guess.
Well, Shane, you lose again.
No, fair enough.
It's not
This is how things generally go.
So are we
Honestly.
not giving him a prize then?
I don't know. Well, we have some parting gifts for Shane.
Oh, yeah, Shane. We have you
So,
a pre-roll joint of the
sweet.
last couple strains.
in a classic joint container.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you will get a parting gift. But yeah, you didn't win one of the main prize bags. We'll carry those over to the next guest.
Okay, cool. Those are
Awesome.
good prizes, though. I would say, like when you're going through that bagel, like, man, I want to win that.
Definitely look forward to finding out what's in them.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. We'll go through it when someone eventually wins.
So one thing
Hi, Jack Tesman.
One thing we've been doing at the end of episodes is just talking about the medical effects or the benefits even, of the weed that we smoked on this episode. And so this was Pink Kush, descendant from OG Kush. Pretty much entirely indica is what they're saying. If you're just getting like flower, the average THC level is 14%. And as far as medical benefits, it alleviates pain, insomnia, anxiety, depression, and nausea. So
Sounds legit.
all things you don't want.
I wish
Thanks
I had one
everyone
of
for
those
listening
things.
to Hijacked Headspace. Really appreciate the listeners and the fans and people liking the Facebook photos and commenting and getting the conversation going on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, conversations on Twitter or email. Please reach out to us at hijackedheadspace@hotmail.com.
That's the one.
You know what I'd like to have is like Ruben at hijackedheadspace.com.
Okay.
I don't know if we can work that into the website. at some
Yeah,
point.
we could. It's
Are you guys on Instagram?
We have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow us on any social media, typically at Hijacked Head or at Hijacked Headspace, depending on what.
Yeah, they're all linked through our website too, so
Yeah.
you can hop
Go to
on
the
there.
website, click on all the links, rate us 5 stars.
Right. Jamie also is working
subscribe.
on the news section for the website, so you can go there for the news.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll be able to get news. And real news, not news that I made up for the
Right.
game show.
Well, some of it might be made up.
You don't have to guess.
Yeah.
Just to throw a little spice in there.
Yeah. That one phone number too will be on that website too. If you want to go take part, if you're in Edmonton, want to take part in this, test.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'll let you guys know what happens on it, but I'm really cool to take it. Shane, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Do you have any before we go? Do you have any advice for growing pot that your buddy grows?
So, I mean, check out YouTube, honestly.
Yeah.
There's so much knowledge on YouTube. There's no reason to guess
I
at
grew
anything.
some this summer, and that's what I did too.
Yeah.
I did that. I grew it in sunlight most of the summer because we had like a really good window. Gets a lot of sun a lot of the day, and was able to grow it that way. And then flowering it, I put it in like a super dark room, and it's supposed to be like 12 hour. No, it was, what was I? 18 and 6 when I was growing it, and then 12 and 12 when I was trying to make a flower.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of light. And man, I love smoking it. It's
sure.
cool. It's like, I grew this. I want to
More
smoke it.
connected to it.
Yeah,
Well, it's the same kind of thing as when you grow your vegetables and eat those. It's
Yeah.
the same feeling of
exactly. I did something special with this weed is when we go to the mountains, I'd get one of those big blue water carriers and fill it up with like mountain fresh river water, and that's all I watered it with.
nice.
Yeah. I don't know if it made it taste any smoother, but I was like, I think
It made you feel better.
it made me feel better. Yeah.
Well, there's
So-
great minerals in that water for it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When pot becomes legal here, I mean, people are growing it now, obviously already, but when it becomes full legal, like I think you can have like 4 plants in your house. If you could just grow what you're smoking,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'd be sweet.
That's what I hear, that magic number 4. And if you have 2 ready this month, 2
Yeah.
ready next month,
Yeah.
you're never having a problem. It's always covered.
It's a pretty cool system. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, Shane. Thanks for letting us
man.
try this out and brought weed. Man, you're the best guest so far.
I've been listening for a long time. I really love your show. So
We got to have you back on because I think you got some insight that.
Because this week's only going to last us about 3 weeks.
sounds good, guys. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Yep. Yep.
So hijackedheadspace.com. Thanks again, guys.
Visit hijackedheadspace.com for strain